Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 103 of Millennial Movie Talk, or Season 2, Episode 3. Let's do it. I am Alex. I am one of your hosts. Here with me tonight, I have Michael.
Hello.
Braden.
Hello.
Christian.
Hey.
We're all here. Everyone. How are we?
We are. Indeed we are, Alex. Indeed we are.
Back here again.
As
It's
per
been
usual.
less than 24 hours since we were last recording here.
That's correct.
How are we all?
Yeah,
Quite
feeling
good.
good.
You doing good?
Yeah.
That's great.
Quick
I'm
day at
glad we are.
work, back to the podcast.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
To your second family.
Yes.
The real job. The
Yeah.
real job.
I was going to say second job. I'm like, this is
It's not a job.
barely,
He's not getting paid. so
barely
yeah.
a chore.
Yeah.
But you can make it a job at visiting patreon.com/millennialmovietalk.
Dude, that was excellent.
So before we get into everything tonight, stumbled over that, but we'll move past it, Michael. Stop looking at me.
Just keep going. Keep going.
Guys, be on the lookout because it's already here. So check it out. Mortal Kombat spoiler-free review. It went up the other night. Watch it, check it out. We have all of our non-spoiler thoughts there. We will probably go into some spoiler territory today on the show, but just giving you that warning on the top of the show. If you want to see our spoiler-free reactions and reviews, be sure to check out the video. It's going to be up somewhere here.
We won't do anything crazy spoilery on this episode. We'll still just be talking about general thoughts.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Are you going to just...
I was just going to describe the whole plot. I thought I was just going to, kind of just go through it.
Oh,
but
the way I edit these videos, it won't be up till after the movie's out, so
it's
we'll
all
be
right.
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, it's been a busy week.
It has.
You know, we didn't have a lot of news last week, so we took a chill. We did a chill episode. So tonight we're just going to dive in. We had a couple new trailers this week,
Yes, we did.
and that's
Mixed
definitely
feelings.
that's definitely talk about those trailers. So Michael, which one do you want to talk about first?
We'll talk about Shang-Chi first.
Okay, cool, good choice.
Yeah, me and Michael just had a nice little watch.
Aw.
Shang-Chi
we
together.
did. We,
That's cute.
It was cute. It was like a nice little cuddle as we went.
It was nice.
Aw.
And we both
Did you hold
enjoyed
hands?
No.
Oh,
I enjoyed Michael's company and I enjoyed the trailer the same.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on board for it. It looks like it's going to be a decent movie. I see the one thought, because I hadn't watched it when we talked about it yesterday, and I see what you mean by the one thing,
Yep.
but it hasn't taken me too far out of it.
So-
I'm pretty keen to see this.
I'm gonna come out the bat right here and be like, I was digging this trailer until I saw some CGI lions and I saw a man with a knife hand do that slow-mo shot when he's like dodging it, and I just went, man, really enjoying the trailer until that happened.
I got to admit, I was
Yeah.
thinking this looks cool. This looks a little different.
I was
and
like-
then there's a little clip of some crazy battle stuff going on. I was
Yeah.
like, what is
It's like
what is
Black
that?
Panther, where like the worst part of Black Panther was the CGI rhinos
Yeah.
Sorry.
and the plot.
Are you saying you don't like Razor Fist?
No, I do not. Because I was just getting I was getting Raya vibes throughout this. I was like, this is really cool martial arts. I just want to see these big, there's a part in it when there's just this big wide take of them just doing their stunts. I was like, this is great. I love this kind of stuff. It's going to look awesome.
Ninjas look cool.
Ninjas look cool. And then CGI Fistman.
Yeah, something was
Razor
going on.
Fist,
Razor
whatever his name.
Fist.
He
Where's
came
this
in.
shot of these lions? I want to see it because when
It's
I
the
watched
lion
this-
just kind of running
when I
as they're
watched
running
this-
into battle.
When I watched this trailer, I didn't even give two shits about
More
it.
towards
And then when
the
you mentioned it, I was like,
second
oh,
half.
okay.
Yeah.
the thing
Second half
that
of the trailer, I think.
me and Chris both commented was cool was one of the other villains that has that sort of traditional Japanese masks sort of thing on, which
Yes.
is
Yes.
full
The villain,
ninja dress up with the mask on. But at the start, is that dude instructing him?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
instructing him, and now he's like a villain.
I wasn't sure how to describe him, and I was like, wait, was he the villain or was that the hero in costume at the start of the trailer? And then I'm like, okay, no, he's fighting him.
Let me find his name. Because,
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, but yeah, basically, the villain / dad of the whole thing is the leader of the Ten Rings, which is his dad, who quite
Okay.
possibly is the real Mandarin. We don't know at this exact point in time.
The Mandarin, yeah.
Mandarin, of course.
The Mandarin.
The Mandarin.
Yeah.
One shout out,
Citrus fruit, man.
one shout out
the
I do
fruit,
want to
the
give
language.
of something that I learned this afternoon was people talking on Twitter about it and everything. There's one part of the trailer where close quarters fighting with I think his name's Death Eater, where he elbows a knife out of his hand, it spins through the air and he catches it. Someone tweeted at Simu Liu and was like, was this done practical? How many takes did it take? And he was like, 175 takes
Ooh.
and a hell load of gauze.
Oh.
Like he did that practically. He caught that
Yeah.
fucking knife.
Oh,
that was
That's
the
so
best part of that
impressive.
trailer.
I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, oh, that's really good CGI.
Yeah,
You're
that's
telling
a-
me that's a real knife
That's a
throw.
real. He hits the knife out of his hand.
Let me
and then
come
he
away from the
catches it.
mic for a second.
Like, look at this thing.
Yeah. That's like one of the best shots in the trailer.
It's insane.
I just want all of that. That's the stuff I'm
that
digging
looks
in the film.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's like I see that stuff and I see the wide takes of the action scenes. I'm like, great, I'm in. I want more of this
You
stuff.
see, like never growing up on like Karate Kids or like martial arts movies.
Oh yeah.
It's really been like a bit of a 6th month because you got us into that dude.
Death dealer.
Yeah, you got us into like Cobra Kai. Wait, like,
Cobra Kai, we like Cobra Kai.
and then obviously
Death Dealer?
seeing
Yeah.
and then obviously
Razor Fist
seeing
and Death Dealer, eh?
Mortal Kombat. Like it's really got me in the mood for like more martial arts stuff.
Yeah.
So seeing that, I'm like, you know what? I'm excited after seeing Mortal Kombat. I'm down for some martial arts.
Dude,
like,
watch Raya. Raya's sick.
I
yeah,
need to
you
go
gotta
around
watch
to
We
that.
like Raya.
Yeah, we don't like Death Dealer though.
We don't like
That's-
Death Dealer.
That's not
It could be
That's
a
a bad
Speak for
name.
yourself.
cool
He has such a
costume.
cool mask. He has
Cool
such a
costume.
cool costume.
Yeah, it's not
And
great.
it's not a great
Fist
name.
and Death
Death Dealer. Like,
So
I get
yeah.
it. You deal death. That's
That's cool.
evil, I guess.
Yeah, you're a
but
bad man.
That's cool. Yeah.
Dirty.
It could have been some like Japanese samurai sounding name. right?
Aquafina's in the film.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
There she
this
is.
I'm going back here. This CGI line, it looks like it's very much taking more on a like mythological, like Asian culture lion design, like the dancing lions.
But
that
I
you
don't
get
want
two
CGI
people in.
lines.
I can understand that, but
Just
Yeah.
his experience over the years with CGI animals
CGI
and CGI
animals,
fights.
is it
He's
fucking
just
the rhinos and
Isn't that a dragon that they dance with?
they do.
You can do like they do
dragons.
lions as
Lion
well.
dancing.
Okay.
is-
They do lion
They do
play.
lions.
So
They
that,
do lion play.
that I think is a CGI mythical lion.
We'll find out in September.
We will.
Yes, we will.
And there's one more trailer.
There is another trailer.
Now this is the one that has split the room a little bit.
This is crazy because this is not the trailer I watched the other day for it.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
the
no,
ones that
'cause-
I've been watching YouTubers react to.
we sat down and this is a whole new one to you, which is
A
weird.
whole new world, yeah. So this is the trailer for Fast 9, or the Fast and Furious movies names are so dumb because in like one part of the world we call Fast 9, another part of the world be Fast and Furious 9. I don't know what they're doing, but I don't think they do either. So let's talk about these film this one because what the hell?
So
There
we've moved away from the Hobbs and Shaw being in the movie.
So Hobbs and Shaw are not in the film because they're doing better things like their own movie now, which was great. It was a
It's
real
enjoyable.
fun movie.
we get
We get
John's-
we're getting John Cena now
as
Dom's
brother.
brother. So great time. 9 movies into a franchise to introduce the main character's brother
Yep, that's fine.
that we've never heard
It's
of
just
before,
literally go-
and with such a
And
prevalent theme of family.
Yeah, and
we've
he's
just
a
never heard
pretty-
of this guy.
yeah,
He's an
that's the
important
thing. Like
character.
and it's like the one character that always goes on about family. He's like, where's he
Where's
been?
your bro
Where you
at?
been hiding him at?
Yeah.
We're bringing Han back from the dead.
Okay.
So Tokyo Drift Man,
Yep.
and yeah, he's coming back from the dead.
Because what? Shaw kills him in.
Yeah,
We know about 7.
these are just pretty much MCU movies now.
Yeah.
Like they're they're
Done the same
It
scale.
was like you were saying before, Chris. You get the person that directed number 1, sit him in front of this tray, and it's like, this is what your movie is going to turn into.
yeah,
This
it's
is
just
what
be like,
happens.
sorry, what?
They were stealing DVD players though.
Yeah.
And then in between, there's
was
bank
about
heists,
car parts.
submarines.
What about the cars?
Yeah. So yeah, in the trailer, like, look, now we're at the point, like you said, it's like Marvel. We're now saving Earth. Like, what is
So,
going? As someone
this
who missed the
trailer-
last few movies, I don't know what happened.
This trailer at the end, they just go, "We're going to space," and we're like, "Okay."
I
We're,
mean, and
we're
we-
homemade going to space.
It's
Yeah.
it's been
duct tape.
talked about
Yes.
for so long as well. Like we've joked about it so much. It's like the next one they go into space, and it's actually happening
So we got the villain from 8 coming back, which I think we all knew was going to happen. Thank God she got
with
rid
a
of
bowl
the
cut.
dreads.
With a bowl
Yeah,
cut.
she got rid of the dreads.
The
thank God.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's back. I don't know what else to. It's going to be crazy. I'll talk about things that I'm looking forward to seeing in
Yeah.
the film. I'm looking forward to seeing the Tokyo Drift reunion because you get Bow Wow's coming back. You've got just basically all the main characters from Tokyo Drift are in it.
Yeah.
You've got Lucas Black coming back as Sean. You've got Bow Wow coming back, obviously, and now you've got their friend that was the tech guy coming back. Now Han's back in it, so guess I'm excited to see them all back in a movie together.
I say the bit in the trailer that actually, like, the positive for me, because I look at the trailer, I'm like, it's just the same
Yeah,
stuff.
it's the
all
same
the
stuff.
same stuff. But the magnet weapon,
That looks cool.
that looks cool. I gotta say,
with magnets.
yeah, there was a shot where they turn it on and a bunch of stuff is flying, and that was like okay. But then there was a shot when a car went
Yeah,
through
through
a
the
building
building.
and then hit a truck.
Into
Yeah,
another
we like
truck.
that.
Yeah.
That looked awesome.
Yeah.
That okay. So I'm keen. Magnet weapon. Okay, that's not all the same action. We're doing something. We're making it interesting. We're putting the magnet stuff in there. Cool. I'm down.
I remember how jarring it was in the trailer for 8. Sorry to go on for 8 right now.
Yeah.
But when it came back, it's like Dominic Toretto's evil. What? He's evil?
He's evil.
Yeah. So
He got possessed by Loki, and
It's just it's a whirlwind. I feel like you just don't expect much except for balls to the walls action and just very far fetched ideas.
Yeah.
And you'll be alright.
and family.
And of course, family.
yeah, that's
Million.
probably,
Family and ice cold cores.
That's
on a
probably-
Corona.
Corona.
Coronas,
Oh,
yeah. It's always a Corona.
Oh, you could tell I'm not a Fast and Furious fan. I got the Corona
Could you
wrong.
imagine if they swapped it out just actually cores in this movie?
That's-
They've swapped it out
I'm
a
sorry,
little
that's
bit.
sacrilege.
Sponsor deal change.
Alex has
biggest
never looked at
thing-
me like that before.
the biggest thing with this that I think Vin Diesel takes these films way too seriously.
Yeah.
Like I think he generally thinks he's making like
Riddick.
great films. Like
I
he-
wonder how much input he has on these movies.
Oh, he's got all the input. I bet you he's got all the input.
Yeah.
That's why The Rock's not in anymore because him and The Rock had a fight.
Oh, really?
They had a fight, so The Rock went.
Yeah, it was in
into-
the movie. It was really good.
Yeah,
Many
so
fights.
yeah, because they all got pissed off at The Rock because The Rock went and did Hobbs and Shaw. Like this
And
movie
was really good.
this movie was meant to come out next, and then
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw, the studio went, we're gonna make Hobbs and Shaw, then we're gonna do 9, and all like the other people in the Fast and Furious, like the actors, were like, ooh.
Really?
Yeah, they got mad.
Okay.
But you know what? Hobbs and Shaw
Okay,
was good.
Hobbs and Shaw was awesome. Have you seen Hobbs and Shaw?
No.
It's fun. Jason Statham and The Rock. It's.
I know.
Did you watch 8?
I'm like, do I need to see Jason Statham and The Rock beating up people for an hour and a half?
2
Yes.
hours. 2
Yes.
hours. 2 hours.
You
Chris.
do.
2 hours. And Idris
Yeah,
Elba.
okay. Why not? Why
Idris
not?
Elba.
As a
Okay.
as a modified human.
Yeah, he's a robot man.
There's a robot man. Okay.
Well, he's got enhancements, genetic
enhanced,
and
yeah,
he's got, like-
genetically
Is
enhanced.
he going to
human.
go to space too?
and he died.
Aw.
Chris
So,
died.
Just out of curiosity, I was like, I wonder if Vin Diesel's IMDb just consists of his upcoming movies are just Fast and Furious movies.
Well, they're doing 3 more. This is the beginning of a trilogy.
So,
that to end the
Did
film.
we know that he's in Avatar 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Avatar
and
2
then
is still coming out.
they're
by the
doing
way.
happening?
another.
It's still happening.
How
yeah.
many years of production?
They're doing another
Like
Riddick
10.
movie.
11 now. No,
Oh,
12.
yeah, they're doing
Yeah,
another Riddick
2009.
movie. They set that
Another
up.
Riddick
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. No, we need another
I
Riddick
thought
movie.
the other Riddick movie that
I've
came out a few
never
years ago
seen-
was good.
the
I've
Riddick
never
remake
seen
was-
Riddick at all.
Yeah, the Riddick.
alright.
Because it's all set on that one little base, isn't it?
Yep.
It's
I've
So
never
good.
seen it.
What is actually- what is
Black
Riddick?
so Pitch Black is the first one.
I've never seen any of them but the newer one.
Okay, Pitch Black, first one, it was like not about Riddick. He was a character, a main character. But then the spin-off is the next one, The Chronicles of Riddick.
Ooh.
And this is an epic sci-fi adventure, like like Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's planets.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay.
What Chronicles of Riddick you would like?
I
And then
remember
the
people
other
talking
one.
about the video game being good.
Yes, they made a really good video
Yeah.
game from the movie, which are always
It's rare.
terrible.
They did
And
that
it's
with
got
Saw.
like these really cool stealth stuff. It was actually like a pretty revolutionary game.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a weird turn when he was a super spy, but he was also looking after a family of children.
Yeah. Oh, is that in the game?
No, that's the pacifier.
Oh,
Um,
I was like, what?
There's a couple good movies. I mean,
Of course.
get on a segue here. There's a couple though good movie games based off movies. Like the Saw games were really good.
I remember watching a playthrough
Yeah.
of this first Saw game, and I
I've
was
never
like, "This is
never
fucking
seen anything
Really?
about
Oh,
Saw
they were
games.
fun.
They're weird. They're weird.
Yeah.
They're all mini game based, so
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
to get around the situations.
do you-
It's like the toilet full
Did
of
you guys ever
needles.
play the Jackass game?
No.
God,
No.
the Jackass
The
game
whole
on PS2.
purpose of the game was just to break as many bones as possible.
It was like the
Sounds
skate.
and it was like
Jackass.
extremely rare to break all. Like you had to do some like crazy stuff, like
was the
stunt
skate
to break
thrasher.
all of them.
It was a whole game based around the skate thrasher mode. It was great.
So good. How did we get onto that?
Riddick. Riddick. We like Riddick.
We like
also,
Riddick.
Spider-Man 2, one of the best Spider-Man, one of the best
Yep.
video game movie adaptations of all time.
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a couple
There are
good
some
ones
good
out there.
Spider-Man games.
There's a couple other good movies. The X-Men Origins Wolverine game was better
Yeah,
than the movie.
I
so
haven't
much
played
better
that
than the
one
movie.
either.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
it was like bloody. It's like rated MA. You could just like slice people up.
it was
That's
really
cool.
good.
That's
Good
cool.
game.
Well, that's what the movie was missing.
No, the movie had the CGI Roger Rabbit claws, and it was just like really bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of slicing things up, we went and saw a movie. If
If
you
you-
watched the review
if
for
you didn't
it,
hear already at the
yeah,
start of the
I
episode,
think we all just need to vent about it a little bit more because everyone's
Vent.
very excited.
Vent.
About
Oh, venting means bad things.
you mean talk about it, how much we liked
it.
it.
Exactly, passionate vent. You know. Do you ever late in the night do a passionate vent?
Occasionally. We freaking love Mortal Kombat.
We like,
So after sitting on it for a day,
for a day.
I think we can all positively say that we're still as in love with it as we were when we left the theater yesterday.
I'm going to throw in a big statement here. I'm not saying that these two films are the same quality, but I'm getting these feelings I had with Endgame where I saw it, then I just couldn't wait to see it again.
Yep.
You know what?
now-
It's exciting,
that's
yeah.
fair, because I feel like Endgame was just such a had a big wow factor, but this one is just same sort of feeling, but for just how much fun you had in the movie and that's the enjoyment. So it's not like this big wow factor of like this epic movie, like all these movies coming to the close where your jaws drop, but our jaws drop just from the stuff that's happened in the movie, and it's just so fun.
And more what's dawned on me, like having waited now like 24 hours, is I'm so excited for South Australian Film Corporation. Like all day I'm just thinking like, this is a huge movie
for them.
and it's got Australia plastered all over it.
I'm really...
And yeah.
How hurt are you going to be? Because I have a feeling it is going to happen. That this is going to be lower on Rotten Tomatoes than Godzilla vs. Kong.
Probably, but...
You see,
Do you want to find an update or?
I already know it's on 60% at the moment, but it's only off 15 reviews.
15.
Yeah, because not many people have seen it.
That spend time on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's now at 14 and it's at 57%.
Okay,
But
someone
like,
good came in there.
The odd sitting of it, I feel like my one worry that's not to do with the actual movie itself is more the international audience is how people are going to take Kano. Like, because obviously, I mentioned in the review, because we all know someone that talks like that and acts like that. And we like the jokes land because obviously we're Australian and stuff.
Yeah,
the jokes land. We get the lingo and stuff, but it's just like, is the humor that he comes out with, like other than like a few of the funny actions and lines, but like some of the more subtle stuff, is it going to land with other audiences as well as it does with? Because like everyone in our theater laughed at pretty much every line he said.
Now,
but
like
I just want to know how much of that is that pure comedy and how much of that is. Like, you know, we know someone that acts like that. That's just very typical Australian sort of pretty boganish sort of thing. Like,
yeah, I think we're all thinking that. Like, how is it going to land in America?
Yeah.
I mentioned to my roommate, I was like, they made Kano Australian and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And the first question he had was like, is he real Australian or is he stereotypical Australian? And I was like, he's real Australian. Like Australians did it, not
like I feel
Americans.
I feel like
director's Australian too.
Yeah. And I was like, every word out of his mouth is fuck. And Jake's like, oh, awesome.
I feel like it's like actual Australian, but like it leans into the stereotype of, you know, like we don't care and we swear a lot. I think that's the only stereotype it leans in, which is a pretty accurate one.
Yeah, it's not too far.
No, it's not like far fetched, but I feel like it's a little stereotypical, but just like of how much he swears, not because he is swearing, it's just how much. But it's like it doesn't take away from the character at all because we know it's someone 110% like that.
Obviously, Kano's not real, but his Australian personality is totally real. Like, you could get someone that if they were Kano, that's what they would be like. Yeah, like, totally.
We like Mortal Kombat.
We like Mortal Kombat.
really,
we love
really
Kano.
do.
No.
We like the South Australian Film Corporation.
I just want to watch it again. That's all I want to do. I just, the more I've been thinking about it, like throughout the day today.
He pulled it out.
He's still holding it like an excited little kid. Like,
this is my game I brought for show and tell.
yeah,
It's rated R.
it's rated R. It has lots of blood.
See,
I chop man off with sword.
I like the Iceman.
Yeah, I do. I just keep thinking about like all of it, like the Kung Lao fatality with the
Kung Lao.
that. I just can't wait to see that again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like 80% of why I want to go see it again. But otherwise, like I do just want to watch the whole thing again because it was so much fun.
And I just want to watch it. I want to give Cole another chance to see if he really
the longer-
annoys me.
the
The
longer-
more I think about Cole, the more meh.
See, the longer I sit on it, the less I care about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like there
Well,
are
it
so
can't be
many
that
other
bad.
awesome moments
Yeah, I
that
don't
I
care
don't
either.
care.
Yeah.
like
He's-
it
Jaden said,
has
I
not
think.
ruined the movie at all one bit.
I personally
for me.
think they did everything they could with it. I think their idea for him was actually quite a good idea.
An MMA fighter.
The
thing.
MMA fighter with the whole like straps look thing and everything, like, and his moveset that he ends up having. Like, I think all of that on paper works really well, but it's just a case of just didn't really execute 100%.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it would be, but
Yeah, it's interesting, and
Does he have to press it again?
yeah,
Because
press it again. But that's fine. Yeah, I was gonna like I honestly think like it depends on how the rest of the audience goes on him, but
yeah,
I thought he was average, but he wasn't particularly bad.
No,
Yeah.
The more I think about it, just the more. Even Sonya, I mean, I can't really. In the movie, there was only 2 parts which really stood out to me, but like they didn't last very long. Like mainly, I think at the end when he tries to rally everyone together, he's like, "I've got a plan."
Yeah, that was kind of like, okay, you haven't really taken on a leadership
you haven't earned
role
this yet.
at all.
Like,
And now, you're the noob.
We did say it last night. You get the conflict, and then like bang, 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 we're at the big climax, and it's kind of like, how did we get here? Like it just very quickly jumps.
Yeah.
But like it's good to. Like, I had a friend message today asking like if one of our friends had heard of how good it was or seen it, and when I told him like it's just really fun. Like there's a few some of the acting and the plot is a bit weak. He didn't care about that. He's like oh, it's good, it's fun. Good. That's all I care about. Like, it's good to see that that's the expectation. Like, no one's really expecting this to be some like masterpiece of acting. Like, they just want a fun Mortal Kombat movie.
And it really just clicked with me then. We're talking about how Cole, we're all a bit met on Cole.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a real Mortal Kombat.
No, he's
character.
not.
That's why.
Yeah.
Like,
he's
the other
in
ones,
there.
when they come in, there's some anticipation of who they are.
You have a dopamine hit when you see Kung Lao appear.
What? When he comes out the ground,
Yeah.
you're like, fuck yes,
Also, that's
like,
another
I
reason
love
why I
Kung
really
Lao.
want to watch it again. I just want to see that.
I want to see that in the bandsaw, obviously. But
But I think I understand why they made a character like Cole to put in the movie, because the audience needed someone who was new to this as well.
You couldn't just like the whole thing couldn't just be like sort of like, oh, we know what this is. 'Cause like you know what players' moves, especially if you're like a big fan of the games, like they need something different. Like you can't just like focus on like people's nostalgia and like stuff and be like, oh, here's someone here's someone here's someone
They needed someone for Sonya and Raiden to explain things to.
Yeah, exactly.
She had to, because we needed.
And
like you said,
the audience needed.
They got through it. Like the beautiful mind scene with Sonya's thing.
They just pushed us along, and I was really happy. I was
All we
really-
needed.
I honestly,
All we needed.
it felt really short. I honestly think that scene is maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
I thought it was quick as it was happening.
Until
I was like,
Kano appears.
I was like,
like
"Oh."
her explanation, I swear it's under 2 minutes.
Yep. And that's the entire Mortal Kombat lore.
Yeah, basically. And then Raiden does a little bit of a spiel later on, but that's kind of it.
It's perfect, dude.
We like Raiden.
Yeah, we like Raiden.
We like Raiden. Like I said, for the sequel, I just want to see him fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get some Raiden lightning
That's
action.
what everyone wants.
There's
But like,
so
could you
much-
just imagine the sequel? If this like the movie goes well, we'll have a bigger budget. And I mean, like, they don't even need to do like step up much. With
They don't even need a
visual
bigger
effects.
budget. That's
excited.
Yeah, I was going to say
Like-
budget-wise, I think they're fine.
Like, it's visual effects. I think like if they literally just did what they did with this movie,
They just tidied up a bit, probably.
actually,
yeah.
no, I think the
There's a
only
few
thing
little
they would
tidy
need,
ups, yeah.
the only thing they would need the extra budget for
Johnny Cage
is for an actor for Johnny Cage. And I still think we should probably do a fan cast sometime soon.
I'm just excited for the potential of a sequel, because I think it was really smart that they just didn't throw everything into this movie.
Yeah.
Like, they did save enough for a sequel, even a third film if they do it.
Yeah, well, if they were just throwing in all the characters, it would be too much.
'Cause,
Like,
yeah,
then it would feel cheap.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
feel like that's one thing I was worried about going into the films. Like, okay, this is Mortal Kombat. This is a roster of characters we're going to get here. There's just going to be some characters that they completely gloss over.
It didn't feel like a bingo list of,
No.
okay, we've seen Kano,
It's
we've
not like
seen
they just kind of
Reptile.
went down the list like,
No.
oh, we need this. It's
like,
kind
didn't
of like
get that at all.
Here's 3 minutes of each
here's
one.
like quite a few of the fan favorites and like popular faces of the franchise. Like
I was really happy that they gave a little bit of something to Liu Kang and Kung Lao.
Kung Lao, yeah.
Yeah.
I was really
I-
happy they gave something for us to really attach to with them. Like, because I felt
Bit of deepness.
a bit of deepness. I did feel, because they explained their backstory, how they're there for each other and they've known each other for a long time. They're cousins.
Yes,
and,
yeah, we immediately connected with them.
Yeah, and so I felt when Kung Lao got sucked.
Spoilers.
Yeah, we said spoilers in the
yeah, we
thing.
said we would probably mention it.
So when Kung Lao got sucked, and then I felt bad for Liu Kang.
Yep.
When fucking names are beyond me tonight.
Kung Lao Liu Kang. I've got it
yeah,
down now, but I've been struggling for the last 3 days.
And I really felt for Liu Kang when that happened. I really liked that scene.
Yeah.
I thought Liu Lin did a good job as Liu Kang.
I'm trying to think why we connected so easily with those two characters. I think because them themselves are these reserved martial artists.
Yeah,
so
and
they're very easy
and also
to
they're
be like,
just
yes.
likable too.
Exactly.
Like, that
They're
dinner
actually,
like,
scene
in
did
the
a lot
few-
for them.
Yeah.
In the few scenes where like there's no like big battle or something, like they're toying with Cole and Kano, like just making
That's what really helped. Is that
they are good guys.
Yeah.
like
That's what
they
are.
had like their little humor moments, like it kind of also humanized them, and then the whole dinner scene was just like it was just like funny, like it shows like, you know, they're not the super serious martial arts. Like they'll have a joke, like obviously they'll like they had like the objective to push Kano, but it's like they were still having fun with it. Like, the whole egg roll bit was just like, it was just,
that was a crucial scene in the movie, in my opinion.
It was just funny. Like it was just funny. It humanized them. Like it wasn't just like, oh, they're these super serious dudes. They're gonna go sit and meditate for 6 hours and then kick some ass.
I
really liked Kung Lao in that scene because he wasn't actually just dissing him.
No.
Like, because I was like...
And he was dry enough, but you knew that he was what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because if his character was actually pissed off, but it's Kung Lao, he's like this scented god. Yeah. Like, you know...
If he was pissed off, he would have just killed him.
Yeah. Like, it's great.
Yeah, like I said, that dinner scene to me is like such a crucial moment in that film.
It is.
Because that's when like you have to be on board.
And it all starts with an egg roll.
And it all starts with an egg roll. Yeah, and I think what helps is that you have the kind of interactions with Kano and then them, so then you get a more gauge of the characters, and they make them likable because and like I mentioned it quickly before, but like how funny the film is incredible.
I think that's honestly what makes the difference between, and I'm gonna call it out, Godzilla vs Kong. No comedy hit at all. It was terrible. There were no laughs in it whatsoever.
But here's the thing,
this
though.
actually got everyone laughing.
Here's what we're gonna find out: was it only funny because we're Australians?
Yes.
That's the curious.
And like that's my like,
we're all excited.
Like I said it before, that's like my probably only worry for when it fully releases, because I have no doubt people are gonna find the action fun and the CGI good. It's just whether people are gonna be able to like find Kano funny the way we did.
Yeah, exactly.
When is the US survey release?
Friday.
Okay.
Friday or Saturday, technically.
I wanted to do well.
I guess the next show we'll know exactly. We'll have a bit more of an idea of how it's hitting around the place.
It's interesting with Australia because I feel like this could have the opportunity, or maybe in SA, maybe because it's all filmed in Australia, people get around it.
Yeah,
that it could be the highest grossing one of the biggest turnouts for a film in Australia cinema.
You think so? Yeah.
But at the same time, it's rated R18, so you can only get...
that will hurt it, actually.
Yeah.
I never really thought... I didn't think of that until now.
But that's why studios don't like doing a lot of films like this.
Of course.
And as we all know, Deadpool failed miserably.
Yeah. But...
but yeah, so... there's difference between like Deadpool and this, because like... Mortal Kombat, Deadpool's probably a bit better known property and more.
I mean, the second
property.
anyone...
Is Deadpool better known property?
He's more accessible than Mortal Kombat, though.
Okay.
He's been around since the 80s, and I think whenever anyone sees the Marvel logo on anything,
I think what helps with Deadpool is the
comes with the Marvel logo.
And then you have like those Marvel fans that are like, all right, we're in for like a bit more of a gruesome, like, you know, vulgar movie with swearing and dirty jokes, and instead of like, you know, the very sort of probably reserved when it comes to that sort of stuff movies that everyone's used to.
But then you got Mortal Kombat, which actually, like you said, that people coming out Deadpool to get the vulgar, dirty jokes and get like the action. You get that in Mortal Kombat.
You do.
You get it all.
Yeah. Like, Kano could be Deadpool.
So I would probably say if you did enjoy Deadpool, you'd probably, if you're into that sort of that, you know, video game-esque stuff, you'd probably have a lot of fun with this, because it's still like, you know, dirty jokes, a bit foul mouth, and you get the gore and stuff. Obviously, that's where it kind of differs a bit. Deadpool's not like, you know, full guts spilling out everywhere.
And I just have a feeling that the rewatchability with this film is going to stand like more than other films, because I feel like it does move quick. It moves very quick, and there's so much in it to like, and there's so much to enjoy from it, and the humor will help with that a lot too.
Sorry, you go.
No, that's it.
I was going to say it's funny because we did mention movies made into video games earlier.
Yeah.
This is obviously the opposite.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant case of the opposite, because do we know any other like video games that have made great movies?
Ain't
like,
a whole lot.
Nah, basically Tomb Raider was fine.
Assassin's Creed was not fine.
No, Assassin's Creed was bad. Battleship was bad.
Battleship, of course.
With Rihanna.
It's not a video game movie. It's a board game movie. Jumanji was good, technically.
I mean,
Clue was alright.
Yeah.
I don't know what other video game movies.
It doesn't happen often.
The other Tomb Raider films with Angelina Jolie.
They were good back in the day.
Yeah.
See, I've never seen those like Angelina Jolie's ones.
I recommend. They're fun.
I remember watching them as a kid. I liked them.
They're fun.
I haven't seen them.
You should watch them. They're fun.
But yeah, as far as Mortal Kombat goes,
the Sonic movie was fine.
Well, Sonic 2 will be good, hopefully.
but they did have to re-edit the entire movie.
Well, yes,
because it wasn't going to be fine.
It was a bit of backlash, but that was only just because of how Sonic looked. I don't think the movie was different, and I think for a Sonic movie, it was like good for what a Sonic movie could be. I mean, there's not much to go off,
For
like
doing a
especially because
Sonic
like most of the
movie-
classic games are literally you just running around collecting rings.
For a Sonic movie
like-
where you're doing the whole bringing him into our world and he exists in the human world, like that's kind of what you can do.
And
I'm just
Jim Carrey's a thing.
Did you watch Sonic?
No.
That's all right.
Oh yeah, I like the end.
Okay.
I don't not too sure about what else to really talk about with Mortal Kombat.
I mean, we could probably
even-
just sit. We could probably just sit here and just talk about like little things that we like. Like
I think-
I feel like the best thing to do is watch the spoiler-free review. Then, if you really want a bit more of a dive when the spoiler review comes out,
Yeah.
go
I
watch that
think,
as well.
I think, even if you don't care and you're not going to watch the movie, which you should, support SA Films.
Yes.
Well, I had some.
Film Corporation of South Australia.
Just watch the spoiler discussion that we do because like everyone gets so rowdy and we're all so excited about it. It's great.
I had some friends message me, especially one in particular. He said, "I haven't played any of the games. I know nothing about the games. Like, would I like it?" And I'm just like, "I think you would."
I mean,
Yeah,
that's kind of the boat.
That was you.
That was the
I-
boat. Like
yeah.
I've played it like at parties, knew a couple of characters just because you're around on the internet. You pick up like obviously you just know like a few names and stuff. But like going into it, I didn't know like any backstory or anything, and they explain it pretty well. Like it helps to know like a bit more lore from the games and stuff. But you don't need to know anything for the movie.
Yeah.
Like
explain
what you
what
need
you
to
need.
know, they tell you about.
And the text
Yeah.
comes up in the beginning of the film.
yeah,
I would like to know if there's someone that knew absolutely nothing about like I know you don't know much,
Yeah.
but it had never heard of it and
Like,
watched it
you
as
know,
a fresh movie.
didn't
Oh,
even
I
know
really
like
wish-
any
say.
character like
Yeah.
They're like, why are they saying that they won?
Yeah,
I would have loved
What's
to
a
grab that
fatality?
old lady.
Why did he say flawless
Yeah.
victory?
Yeah, I just wanted to find that old lady and just get her
Yeah.
one line of like, "What do you think of the film?"
yeah,
Oh, wow.
She would have turned around and said, "Your soul is mine."
and sucked your soul out. Yes.
I love a good soul suck.
If you love soul sucking, you can go to patreon.com/millennial movie talk. Chuck us a buck. You can support us. You can help get a bunch of bonus content and everything like that. Just, help us out.
Now, Chris, I'll put a photo on here. I'll take a photo after. You've got a little corner coming tonight. You've drawn a little,
Yep.
got a little artist in the family, do we?
That's not the name of the movie as well. It's
It's not even the name of the actual product.
no, I added some to it.
So it's just called The Great.
Yeah, it's just
All right,
called
let's
Great.
get your theme music up too.
Okay.
Empire of the Sun, Christian Bale's really young, Silence, Hacksaw Ridge, Andrew Garfield, Dust Boot, Submarine, Rudy's on a winning team, Brad Pitt, Fury, and Glorious Bastards.
I'm always here for the instrumental break because I always get to comment on it.
Wait, what's that? Here's a game. Christian can't remember names. Kurosawa, Samurai, John Hammers, FBI, Gladiator, Joaquin, Rami Malek's in Queen, Spielberg, Private Ryan. Why did Tom Hanks have to die? Welcome to Christian's Corner.
That bit just gets
With
me.
games and learning, it will keep you
yearning.
This is
Christian's Corner.
Don't try to fight it, cause you can't deny it. Bum, bum.
Incredible.
I'm gonna re-record that because I feel like
We'll get you in the studio.
I want to. I feel like I can bring more to it,
Yeah, definitely.
performance-wise.
We're gonna tweak it. We're gonna.
Well, obviously,
we're gonna keep
it
the
doesn't
best
have the
parts.
name game anymore.
Well, I am
That
a
was like
lyrical.
2
I
episodes.
am a lyrical genius. So
Lyrical miracle, you would say.
I'm the next Kanye, baby.
All right, look, is this Alex's corner? Is this Kanye's corner? Whose corner?
Well,
is
it's
this?
actually it is my corner this
Oh,
week.
wait, yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
you didn't write Chris's
Okay.
corner actually.
All right, look, we're here. We're not here to talk about any historical tragedy. We're here to talk about a tragedy of cinema.
Oh no!
Because
I'm gonna put this away.
I even got the year wrong.
You
as
did
well.
get
I got
the
the
year
year
wrong.
wrong.
Did you really?
I just looked it up and he did get the year wrong.
You know what? I think I have the final cut, and it came out the next year. Because on the file I have on my computer, it's 2005, but this is 2004. So I've got some director's cut
You mean the
Amazing.
file that you obtained?
legally on my computer.
Good.
Yes. Okay.
to clarify
what
that.
film do we watch? We watched the 2004 historical epic Alexander.
It's me.
Not
Great.
this guy.
I like
Alexander the Great.
Alexander.
You might know it's a Macedonian king. United Greece. He invaded Persia. Cool guy. Okay.
No, that's over and with.
Good God! Like looking at the runtime,
All
How long does
it's
this
too
go
damn
for?
long. How long is it, Braden?
it is 5 minutes under 3 hours.
Okay.
Ooh.
So have you guys ever seen a movie that was made after 2000 that has an intermission?
No.
No.
because this has an intermission.
Ooh.
And I was like,
Hamilton.
is
Considering
this
Hamilton a movie.
Yeah. The last movie I watched with an intermission was like an 80s Kubrick movie. Like, like what?
Hang on,
Sound
sorry.
of music.
Does me and Michael having to get up to change the Lord of the Rings disc to the next one
Count as intermission
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that counts.
Yes.
on the extent
on the extended editions because they're just too damn big of a file
Can't
size
fit
to
on a
fit on one
DVD.
disc.
All right. Let's talk about the good parts. Alexander. All right. It tells a story. And Colin Farrell. I
like
freaking
Colin
love
Farrell.
Colin Farrell. My favorite movie is Colin Farrell movie in Bruges.
Yeah.
Yo, hold up. This cast is bonkers.
Okay, Jared Leto's in it for starters. Why? Anyway,
We like Jared Leto.
they for some reason early 2000s we did like Jared Leto, but
Yeah, Requiem
now
for
I
a
don't know.
Dream, he had a career. Fight Club, he was in Fight Club.
He's in
Don't
it.
forget 30 Seconds
He
to
was
Mars.
in a lot early
That man's old.
2000s.
He is.
He was
He
loved.
doesn't look.
Yeah.
He
does
doesn't
not
look his age.
No.
You got like Val Kilmer, Joel Lee, Christopher Plummer, Anthony Hopkins.
Is Val Kilmer Philip?
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
Okay.
His mind is now blown.
Okay.
Like
Someone
we said,
I-
wait, what's that?
okay.
Here's a game. Christian
Can't
can't remember
remember
No,
names.
I know Val Kilmer. I did not realize he was King Philip in this because he's got makeup and he's got one eye.
Yeah.
Give me that.
All right.
Okay. He was
I'll allow it.
Philip the one-eyed. Is Alexander's dad. Anyway, so the movie, Colin Farrell, he's great. He's beautiful. He's Colin Farrell, but he's speaking in an Irish accent.
So for someone that's meant to be
And what
Greek,
what nationality is?
Macedonian.
Macedonian, so Greek.
So yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, so he's speaking Irish, which at the start it's jarring. It's jarring at the start. The second you're used to it, totally fine, and then he's amazing. His
Didn't you
performance.
say everyone else pretty much speaks?
Everyone else speaks
Was it-
English as well.
was it an artistic choice to have him go Irish, or could just Colin Farrell
I-
not do accents yet?
I think it's to do with it would just be awkward if it was like people speaking in English with crappy Greek accents. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they get that does gets into the realm of very stereotypical.
So they just
And-
kept everyone just talking normally.
you know, it's like when you have John Wayne play Genghis Khan and he's just white and speaking American. You know, like
it just reminds me.
you
of,
want the performance.
I kind of just
okay?
feel like it's what they did with Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
How like Gal Gadot could not do just an American accent, so they
Yeah.
made every other actor that was Amazonian do her accent.
yeah.
Interesting.
Whereabouts
But-
is she from?
Yep.
Israel.
Huh.
Yeah. So Colin Farrell's Irish. The second you're past it, his performance is freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
Like you
Did
wouldn't
it take you very long to get past it? Was it kind of just like a few moments and it's like, all right, I'm
when he
gonna go
gives
with
the
this.
first, like, it's awkward at the start because the movie starts with an epic battle. Okay, and
Yeah.
it starts with the night of the battle, the general's talking, and then the morning of the battle, and this is how you shoot. Like, it's so epic. Like, it starts with the sun rising and a drum beat, and that drum beat continues until the battle is over, like 20 minutes
Ooh.
later. Like, it's intense. And Colin Farrell gives a speech, and then you know why he wasn't putting on an accent because it wouldn't work with the speech.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like,
he just wouldn't have been able to say it properly.
no, because he screams it. you
Oh,
know?
okay. So
Like,
it would have been really difficult for him to hold an accent
Yeah.
and yell at the same time.
I can't do it, but it's so epic. He's on his horse and he puts his helmet on him and he just says "Glory of Greece" like at the top of his voice, like it's like a screech, and it's
Damn.
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Also, Rosario Dawson's in
yeah,
it.
I highly recommend the first 45 minutes of this movie. Highly recommend.
Only?
Okay, then the problems arise. Okay. Oh, by the way, the accents. So everyone is English except Angelina Jolie. She is the only person I remember from the movie who has an accent.
And is that just because she's the only... well, no, she's not the only American actress, the actor or person in it. There's heaps of
I
Americans
can't
in it.
remember how Jared Leto speaks.
Like, because Jared Leto's in it, but then also Rosario Dawson's in it as well.
Yeah, but
And
most
Anthony
of them-
Hopkins. Is Anthony Hopkins American?
No, he speaks in his normal voice.
Is he American or British?
No, he's British.
Anthony Hopkins.
I feel like he's American. Maybe he's American, but he's classy, so it's fine. He doesn't have a
No, it's from Wales.
Wales, of course. Yep. So yeah, like the accents are weird, and the problem with the movie, it's too long because there's a lot of backstory, and the initial battle is well into the story. okay?
Right.
So then we start jumping back to childhood, and we're jumping back and forth to childhood, and there's a lot of Angelina coming in, and then there's a lot of modern scenes, like current scenes with Angelina, and you're like, you get confused. Like,
Yeah.
you can't keep track of when Angelina, I'm like, she's meant to be this huge presence because she's this big historical figure, Alexander the Great's mother, very famous historical figure. She's a big part. Angelina Jolie, great casting. That is who you would pick to play this character. No presence.
Oh.
Because it's just flashbacks. She's coming in flashbacks, and it's already happened, you know?
So you're just like, eh.
Yeah, but she's still good, but it's just these scenes don't come across.
And based on the runtime, is it like an hour and a half of flashbacks?
See, the middle of this movie is confusing.
Everyone can talk in the break.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the middle of this movie is confusing because we're all good. The battle happens, and then Alexander rides into Babylon, which if you don't know about Babylon, it's this ancient city which was apparently so beautiful, full of gardens.
The hanging gardens of Babylon. Yeah.
Exactly. And
I
he
play
walks,
Civilization.
and this movie is freaking beautiful when he
play
goes
Civ
into
again?
Babylon. Like, you know where this budget went. If you could just get me the box office and
we
the
can
loss.
find that. The loss. I can do
Hey,
that.
this
They
is
spent
Alex
a lot.
territory we're
I
going
bet
into
they
here.
spent a lot on this movie because Babylon is beautiful and Alexander's army is big.
Also, finance with Alex can come back soon.
Yeah, we should. Because the box office is
yeah, we
back.
can. We can.
We should do that. I missed
yeah,
that.
so
I forgot it happened.
We should do that.
Yeah. So the middle of this movie loses us and we don't know where we're at. And then we come into the end and it picks us up again.
So does it go
yeah.
through like all his like him going through? Is it Europe he goes through, or is it the other way?
Asia. So they're in Greece. They went east.
They go east. Yeah.
And he went
So-
all the way through Turkey, all the
yeah.
way to India.
According to IMDb, it was a close one. Budget for this film was apparently 155 mil.
Okay.
They apparently grossed worldwide 167 mil.
Oh.
Just barely managed to actually be able to pay Angelina
Yeah.
Jolie.
And what I noticed is they don't make epics anymore, and this is why. Like
It is a
Is
big.
this one of the
it is
last
a-
epics?
this is one of the last epics.
It is
like,
a big risk because it's like
It is.
it's a lot of money to make this, and if it doesn't hit, it.
And
won't
when
hit.
you like, I knew this movie existed, and obviously I like history, but I never watched it because it's not very well known because it wasn't very good. And I'm watching the battle scene. I'm like, this is awesome. Like these are all real people. Like this is really well done. And I'm like, how have I not seen this? And it's because the rest of the movie.
So
yeah,
like how much of the movie isn't
it's
fantastic?
after Babylon, we get confused, we get lost. I was lost. I was confused.
So
We start jumping back and forth to Philip and childhood and everything. Then we get to the end. Let me just get through the plot.
Yeah.
So there's that. We get to the end, and there's a famous mutiny, which it's a historical thing that happened. And Colin Farrell gives a great speech. Oh, he's so angry, and it's good. So Colin Farrell still bringing it home, and then we have the final battle, which is as awesome as the first. There's elephants.
Sorry, I've just found the Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay,
score
yeah,
for it.
I'm gonna get to that.
Okay,
it's a
we'll let you
tragedy.
do that.
Okay, the elephants and the final battle scene is awesome.
Yeah.
Like we have an elephant rearing, and then Alexander on his horse rearing up against the elephant. Like,
Okay.
So is this like a big
It's
stand?
cool.
This is in India.
yeah, and this is like a battle right at the end of his campaign in India, and yeah, it's awesome. Things go red because someone gets hurt.
Not the Rotten Tomatoes meter.
Most time it doesn't go
Yo,
red.
Rotten Tomatoes needs to fix their meter
Yeah.
for Oliver Stone because Oliver says Oliver Stone's highest rated movie is a movie called The Hand at 20%, when for a fact he did Snowden that's on 61%.
Okay.
So Rotten Tomatoes need to fix that shit.
But yeah, we come to the end. Alexander sees red. The movie goes very artistic when Alexander is hurt.
Because they don't want to commit to a side.
Is
Is that really it? They
What do you
don't.
mean?
So in the sense of some people are like, oh, he died of natural causes, and other people are like, oh, he got stabbed in the back and poisoned.
Oh no, kind of. That is a confusion. But
Yeah.
it more when he gets injured in the battle, and that leads into his
Okay.
like downfall kind of.
Gotcha.
But it's very artistic. I'm not seeing something like it. It's very interesting.
Okay.
That again, the big scenes in this movie, they paid off. It's the telling of the story. It's the decision to go to flashbacks. And that's the problem.
Is it too convoluted as well? Or like
It's-
just a lot of things happening?
It's how they tried to do it. Like honestly, let me re-edit this movie, and I'll give you something.
The Christian cut.
Yeah, I'll give
Is
you
that
something.
is that literally the downfall? Like, it's not like the writing or anything. It's literally just sort of how it was put together and some of the more creative choices.
It's more the creative choices. Like we have this epic battle, and a lot of time is given to it, but also a lot of time is given to like a wedding, and like
And it doesn't
it's
actually
just
move the
bits
plot.
that you don't really care
yeah,
about.
like while the wedding is showing off some things, it's not an important plot point.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of kind of just this happened, then this happened, then this happened that they need to get through. And they do, but then they're also spending a lot of time on things.
That don't really
Alexander's
need
got a
it,
comings
yeah.
and goings, yeah. But like I remember the major parts of the movie, and they're the major historical things, which is there was an attempt on Alexander's life towards the middle of the film. That's the only interesting part in the middle of the movie, other than some of the flashbacks about his father being assassinated. Okay. And then it's towards the end, and then it's the India stuff at the end, which is awesome. And then it just kind of ends. No, the ending scene's cool. They also started it with 5 seconds of the ending and then flashback, which
classic.
isn't great. Whatever.
Classic, yeah.
Anthony Hopkins narrates. That's great. That's fine. Yeah. Watch the first 45 minutes. Skip to the end.
I like it. You know what? You said that just as we hit 45 minutes in the episode.
There you go.
And
you mentioned before a thing about no modern day epics.
Yeah, okay.
Nowadays, or like ones that don't come to mind. I think...
Is Endgame an epic?
No, I wouldn't consider it.
That wasn't where
epic.
you were going? Where are you going?
No, because there's a few that I can think of, and I think we have to re-examine the phrase as epic now.
Yeah.
Does it have to have
Is it
100,000
scope?
Is
it runtime? Is it like...
Is it like a big cast?
Because I personally consider...
It's big scenes.
I consider the Peter Jackson King Kong an epic.
Okay. When I think of an epic, I think of an epic production. So
I think of Avatar too.
The scale of production.
See,
not Avatar too. Avatar as well.
So a lot
Avatar,
Lord of the Rings.
I guess
epic.
you would
So,
call Lord of the Rings is an epic.
Pirates of the Caribbean. I
Lord
say
of the Rings
epics.
is an epic. Pirates of the Caribbean is not an epic.
Oh,
I feel like an epic. In my mind, it's like, all right. So they normally have like a fairly chunky run time.
My
but I feel
understanding-
like it's like big cast. It's not like just CGI armies. It's like full practical armies. Like a big cast, big production. Like you were saying.
You know what the thing is? When we used to use the term epic, it was because that stood out so much more epically than the other movies of the time, production value wise. But nowadays, there's a lot of big production movies.
Yeah.
So what do you call an epic? You're right. But for me, historical epic with a big battle scene with thousands of people on screen, that to me is an epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only other things to say is the music is poor. So the problem, when I thought I'm going to re-edit this movie, I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then I'm like, oh, I need to redo the sound for all the battles because they play this orchestral tune over the battles.
Oh no.
And it's not good. It's a bit cringe. It's too trying to sound epic.
Yeah.
Notes of it are fine. And some notes are just like, I don't know. The music doesn't center completely.
Yeah.
It's too, I don't know, pushing to be, this is epic orchestral music.
I'd also argue that the director's cut of Watchmen is an epic.
Is an epic.
Yeah.
Okay. But again, we need to come up with a definition.
Definition of epic, because I have so many. I
think you can make a formula. It's time based on budget, based on
cast, has to have
cast.
multiple.
See, I'd even
like times divided by like box office.
Scope of the like scenes and the project.
Yeah.
Titanic's an epic.
Titanic's an epic.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Titanic's freaking epic.
Because I definitely think King Kong also an epic with Peter Jackson. Yeah, I know it's an animated film, but I thought Raya was close to being an epic.
It's pretty epic.
Okay.
I was watching.
We're definitely skewing from my idea of epic.
Yeah,
because I'm thinking it's purely the scale of production. It's not to do with the movie.
But let's say epic take into account like this, like sort of the story that's happening. Like
to me, it's the scale of the production.
Like from
see, that's what I'd probably go into as well.
When you Google search epic movies, it obviously comes up with Epic Movie from 2007.
Of course.
But like the more recent one it comes up with is like 1917, Tenet, Dunkirk, like Interstellar.
But I wouldn't consider any of them epic. Maybe Interstellar. Interstellar's the only one that I'd probably consider.
See, like
epic.
I feel like you could put you could put forward a reasoning for like 1970, like with the way it was shot, but like when it comes to like cast wise
and scale,
it's not
I'm
as
also,
much as more. That's just more cinematography.
We did say before I'm not gonna oppose to people calling Endgame an epic. I personally don't consider it an epic, but I'm not going to.
When you originally made the statement, Endgame did come to mind.
When I hear Alex is going to say is a new epic, the first thing I thought is, Endgame, all the movies coming together, all the characters coming together, huge scene with 50 characters that we know and love.
I mean,
that's an epic.
When you cut out the scene of Steve Rogers against all of Thanos' army, you're like, that's pretty fucking epic.
Like when I think of epic, I think of these big battle scenes with heaps of people. But anyway. Enough about epic.
I think that
final
could be
thoughts,
a whole nother topic for another day.
The tragedy is the IMDb and the Rotten Tomatoes score. That is the tragedy of Alexander.
Fun.
Alex, what's the Rotten Tomatoes?
16%.
16. It doesn't deserve that. I gotta say.
Where would it ideally for you? Where would it sit?
See, I'm not much of a Rotten Tomatoes guy, but
I am.
I'll give you what I think I am. See, the IMDb's 5 point something. The IMDb should definitely be in the 6s.
Yeah.
I guess I'm willing to push through the hour in the middle, but a regular movie watcher will have fallen asleep, and they're gonna forsaken the movie, and that's why it's.
And like obviously you're not gonna get to the big epic parts at the end.
That's why it's 16%.
What's the audience score? Hang on, I'm gonna find the audience score.
35.
Okay, that's where I would put it. It's
That's a
more
bit
like
better.
it's some parts are hit and some parts are awesome. Like I freaking love the first 45 minutes.
Also,
Watch
little Mortal
it,
Kombat
yeah.
update, 63% now.
Yep. And Colin Farrell, amazing. That's all to say. Yeah. Final word would be,
Epic.
Alexander, at this big battle.
Yeah.
One of his boys, Parmenion. Sorry, a general, Parmenion. Great guy. Parmesan. Yeah. So Parmesan says to Alexander, "We should retreat. Like this is not good. We should retreat." And Alexander says, "And we would, if I were Parmenion."
Ooh.
Back. Shots
Drops
fired.
the mic.
Yep.
Bang.
Alrighty.
Well,
That was Christian's corner.
There it is.
Well, guys, we have a game. We're back. Second week in a row. We're doing it. Michael didn't get a play last week, and we got it.
Higher or lower, we don't have a song.
Well, this is higher and lower, everyone. If you didn't tune in last week, welcome. Basically,
That's great.
It's a bit late to say that.
That in tune with Braden's intro, amazing.
so we've got basically what happens here. We've got two teams here. We've got Michael and Braden versus Chris. Basically, someone's going to be down a team member most weeks.
Yeah,
mainly you. But
a
that
2
killed
versus
you
1
last
game.
week. That killed you last week.
Exactly.
So what happens is each team gets 3 different things to. I'll ask them 3 different questions, whether a movie's higher or lower than the previous movie I selected. So basically, for example, I'll just go, Titanic has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 78%. These are just numbers I'm pulling out the air.
Does Interstellar have a higher or
Interstellar,
lower one? Yeah.
it's a higher or lower, and these are critic ratings too. So these aren't audience ratings. I feel like that's the general gist.
and it can be incredibly close.
Yeah, I don't make it easy.
He did explain it to me the other day, and
I really like it.
All right, are we ready for higher, lower?
go for it.
All right, guys, Braden, Michael. I looked at both of you when I said your opposite names. You're up first. Hot Fuzz.
Oh boy.
Close your laptop.
Yep.
91%. Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. Higher or lower?
Hot Fuzz really at 91%? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Rogue Nation.
Yeah, number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards lower for some reason, but I
also-
don't like the feeling of it.
No,
but
you see, if it was 4 or the most recent one, I would consider it might be higher. But I'm confident. I'm comfortable with us saying lower.
all right,
We'll
we'll
lock it in.
lock it in.
You're locking in lower?
Lower.
You'd be incorrect.
Holy shit.
Sitting at 94%.
That's
God
insane.
Mission
damn.
Impossible: Rogue Nation.
What even happened in that one?
Yeah, exactly. What happened? He hanged off a plane.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, that was the hanging off the plane
What
one.
didn't happen in
Okay,
that
well
one?
that's 90% of the
Yeah.
score anyway.
Yeah.
Christian.
Okay.
So we just heard Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, 94%. The Wolf of Wall Street. Higher or lower?
Personally, I rate it much higher, so I'm going to go Wolf of Wall Street is higher.
Buy low, sell high.
It is lower. Wolf of Wall Street is sitting at 79%.
Significantly lower.
Yeah, on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
On Rotten Tomatoes.
Decent chunk lower.
Damn, people like Mission Impossible.
Just wait for Michael to sit back down. He's doing the Lord's work.
Hit that one again.
I guess Wolf of Wall Street is long.
Wait, I've hit that one again.
Wolf of Wall Street is what?
It's long.
Yeah.
I've never watched it.
Haven't you? It's a good movie.
Any long movie, just
Yeah.
we lose some people along
I
the
reckon
way.
it just clocks in at 3 hours exactly.
It happens.
I never checked it out.
Oh.
Everyone who came in and bought the book was an absolute asshole, so I'd never checked it out.
Okay.
Alex is just sitting here smiling while he owns the book upstairs.
Oh, did you?
So what was that one at?
All right, so Wolf of Wall Street, 79%.
Alrighty. Well, that's a big drop. I didn't think it was that low.
Yeah. The Hateful Eight. Higher or lower?
Don't do this to me, 'cause I just want to personally say higher.
No,
I haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street either. But
So from what?
Haven't you?
no,
79
but
was it?
this is
79.
going off of critic. I reckon it's going to be higher.
I would also think higher.
I want to say higher.
Yeah, we'll say higher.
You're wrong again.
Wrong again.
Really?
Hateful Eight, 74% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Damn.
This is so tough because I have to like fight against what I would just
You
say
see,
in general.
My initial thought was, okay, like it could be lower, like because instantly you're thinking of how much like Tarantino fans rave about it.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, okay, critics score though. Oh, I think critics would probably still think it's really
See,
good.
I thought they'd like because like just some of the remembering some of the things that happened. I thought like some like they thought like I feel like people like critics sort of thought that, but
it
obviously
feels like an old school Hollywood film. Like,
But anyway,
Chris, Hateful Eight, 74%.
Yep.
X-Men: Days of Future Past, higher or lower?
I swear to fucking God.
It's got to be lower. But no, it's probably
Days
higher.
of Future Past
I'll
was the
take-
good one.
Yeah,
I'll take a
know,
lock
but
it in. I'll only accept the answer when
But
you
I would
say
have
I'll
thought
lock in.
I would have thought Hateful Eight was higher. See, I'm not down with the Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know.
You got to think of mainstream critics.
It's
Yeah.
all fun. It's all part of the game.
I think
Mainstream
X-Men is
critics.
higher.
You're correct.
Okay.
Sitting at 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Damn.
90.
All right,
okay.
I'm just gonna go
Dude.
flip some stuff.
Days of Future Past.
I mean,
was good.
It was good. I like
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
All right, guys, you just heard X-Men: Days of Future Past,
It's 90.
90%. Les Mis,
Les Mis.
higher or lower?
Oh, look down.
Best Picture,
Look down.
Best
down. Do we think?
I think you got to look down.
Best Picture winner Les
I
Mis.
was gonna say that it's
Oscar
won so
nominated.
many awards. Oh, above 90.
That's a tough one.
But then like you had like Rogue Nation like up as well.
94.
So I was like, I'm trying to.
I can imagine Les Mis sitting in like an early 90s, maybe
Yeah.
even mid 90s.
It's a good movie.
I just-
Mid 90s.
Mid
just
90s.
like
I watched it as good.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
just
movie.
don't want to like.
I
I
think
can't.
I
This is
think
stressing me out.
I think we can commit to having a complete sweep of not getting anything.
Alrighty.
Do we want to say higher?
All right, we'll go higher.
It's lower.
Lower?
Oh.
70%.
70. Okay.
That is the
Holy
lowest one.
shit.
That is the lowest one today.
See, I was thinking low until you started saying about the awards.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was. You started thinking about the awards and talking about the awards, and it's like just
Yeah, look.
in my head, it just was like, oh, surely that's
It's
a bit
long.
higher.
70%.
It's long.
Yeah, people might have been like, too
Yep.
long.
We lost some
didn't
people.
talk.
Is that literally all the
Once.
long movies in like all the really long ones have been low?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Have to
Yeah.
remember that for next time.
Guys, here we are. Chris, you just heard Les Mis 70%.
I did.
M. Night Shyamalan's Signs, higher or lower?
You better not be higher. Is that the one with the water aliens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, lower. No. No.
Signs is higher.
No.
Oh my God.
Why?
Oh my god, this is
This
losing
is hurting
all
me because
faith.
I really like Signs.
This
Okay.
is losing all faith in Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Signs is at
How high?
74%.
Okay, it's not. Yeah, it's
Not
a bit
too
higher.
bad.
I like
4%.
Signs. I actually like Signs a lot.
I feel
So
like I've watched it and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I
So
feel
s-
like it's one of those ones that's been on TV a lot.
Yeah.
So
Been on
Signs
the
is the
background.
same as Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
That's not okay. That's not okay. Come on.
I'm gonna properly retire from this game and go back to not participating because it's made me angry.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And that was the trailer game for another week, everyone.
that was the
Trailer
trailer.
game.
We don't have a song.
It wasn't
Trailer
the trailer
game.
game. It was higher or lower.
Higher or lower.
That was higher or lower, everyone.
And that's
Yeah, wait.
I just said it.
Here's the thing, we all went along.
Beautiful.
Michael was the only one that picked up.
Yeah.
and that's another episode for this week.
Oh, Michael's doing the outro. I'll see
Oh,
you later.
okay. I'm
No,
ready.
no, I was getting
No,
to
no,
it.
take us out. Let's
Oh,
go.
take us out. Oh,
Michael, quickly plug Anchor FM. Anchor.fm/Millennial Movie Talk. If you go to
So,
if you
YouTube.
Michael, if you
Facebook.
tell
so
them,
if you add me on Facebook and then go to Anchor
Go to
FM,
YouTube and Facebook. It's a Patreon.
Michael,
Oh,
if you
it's-
tell
it's
them
not
to
good.
go to
Alrighty.
Anchor.fm/Millennial Movie
So
Talk.
check out all of our podcast services, Anchor.fm,
/Millennial Movie
YouTube.
Talk.
Check out the Mortal Kombat spoiler-free review if you haven't yet. And if you want to see the movie, go see it. Really, really go see it. We all enjoyed it. It's fantastic.
Yep.
And with saying that, I'm Michael.
Add Michael on Facebook too, by the way.
Go to Patreon
Please.
as well.
I'm Alex.
I'm Braden.
Michael, you nailed it. I'm Christian.
And we're out of here.